I saw you practicing on stage earlier. You said, "Oh, it doesn't feel that big. This. I thought it was going to be a lot bigger." How did it feel when you stepped out there for the match?
It was big. I'm not going to lie, I was a bit nervous playing that game. The back of my mind saying this is my first time here. I want to win my first game, and I kind of put the pressure on myself a bit and didn't play that great. But I'm through the game. I've dug deep, won the game, and happy with that. On to the next one now.
First appearance at the William World Championship. First appearance in a set play format in PDC darts, and really worked to your advantage because the big moments you managed to win. Only beaten by one leg, but 3-1 in sets.
That's all that matters, eh? Set play is different for me. I've never played that. With the PDC, it's always been first to six or whatever. But I'm just happy to get the 3-1 win and on to the next one now. So happy with that.
12 months ago, fighting it out in Robin Park Tennis Centre in Wigan for a spot on the tour in Q School. Finally got there, and look where you are now, winning games of the biggest darts tournament in the world.
Yeah, first couple of days I done pretty well. Maybe even 3 days in a row I done pretty decent. I think a lot of people were saying I sealed my card after the third day, and I think the fourth day I'd been beaten first round by Darren Johnson, and I was kind of borderline, oh my God, have I got this, have I not, have I blown it? But I've got through, and I'm here now, so I'm happy with that.
I'm playing Michael van Gerwen. I mean, what an opportunity that is.
Yeah, I think there's always been something in the mist with me and Michael. We seem to keep drawing against each other, and a bit of history between us, and even though it's his bit of history, I'm involved in it, so I'm quite happy with that. So
yeah, I mean, we should explain that you were playing him when he hit 2 9-darters in a very short format game. That's been watched on YouTube and social media by well over 1 million people.
Yeah,
you got a chance to get a few internet hits yourself if you pull off a shock after Christmas.
Well, absolutely. I've got to play a lot better than I did there. But Saturday's a different day, and now that I've had that little bit of experience on the stage, hopefully I can play a bit better and put a challenge up against Michael.
Michael's obviously had a tough year this year by his own ridiculously high standards. Do you think he's there for the taking?
I think so. I think Michael's, even though he's had a dip in form, he's still playing well, even though the games he gets beat, and a lot of people don't see that. They just think, well, Michael's been beat. But he is still playing pretty well, and he is still there. He beat everybody, and everybody's there still to beat him. So, as I said, Saturday's a different day, so we'll need to focus on Saturday and hopefully, put a bit of pressure on Michael early doors and, take advantage. But we'll see.
Looking forward to it. Well played.
Okay, thank you very much.
Ryan, when the draw came out, Lourence Ilagan was a very tough game. He's somewhat of a cult hero here. Was that easier playing him without fans cheering him on than what it would have been, perhaps?
I think he's had the experience of the fans. This year I haven't had any experience of fans being in the place. Do they shout on him? Do they shout on me? I don't know. So it's hard to say. I was interviewed by a German TV company, and the stat they gave me was he had lost 9 first rounds on stage, and maybe that was a little booster. I don't know, but I've got through it, so I'm quite happy with that.
And just looking ahead, your year couldn't have gone much better, could it? Obviously, everyone wants to be here. Just what was it like coming here, driving up that hill, and just seeing Alexandra Palace on the top for the first time?
Well, unfortunately, I was sat in the back of the car. My partner's, 6 foot, so she had to get the front seat. Unfortunately, I was watching it from the back, but it was good. We got a couple of quick photos at the start, and I was thinking, we're here. We are actually here, even though you've qualified. When you get here, you're like, we are finally here. So, it was quite a good experience driving up.
That's what you said there. Does reality almost hit? Oh God, this is it.
Well,
the biggest thing in the sport.
Sure, that's it. This year was all about learning the game. You get to qualification school, and it's tough, and then when you go to challenge tour, it's tougher, and then you finally get a tour card, and that's even tougher. So to be at the Worlds this year, I'm pretty happy on my first season what I've done to be here.
Right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Brian.
Thank you.
Big result for you, and you said you must take a lot of heart for the fact that you came through the nerves and showed a lot of mettle there in the end to come through what was a tricky first grand tie.
Sure. The first set, I thought, yes, I've got this. I think it was 3-2 in the first set. I've got the first set under my belt. Backstage, quick toilet break, and then back on, and then playing the game, and I think he won 3-0 in the second set, and I thought, oh, here we go. And he played quite well in the second set. I hadn't played that great, but he done his job, and it was 1-1. And I went off stage, and I think one of the officials had said, you're standing in the exclusion zone, and I thought, oh, you don't think of that because I'm not used to that. I'm just walking back behind the player I'm playing, but I kept thinking in the back of my head, am I standing in the yellow, am I not? And I finally stood out and got on with the game, and a couple of good scores at the right time, put a bit of pressure on him, and I was happy to take the win.
Would it be nice to be remembered for taking on Michael van Gerwen, but having beaten him instead of his 9 darters?
Absolutely. That would be magic to do that. Come Saturday, hopefully, we're having this interview again, but we'll just have to wait and see.
And you can finally tell your boss at Service Graphics, Mr. Johnson,
yeah.
that what are you going to say to him if you're on the stage with the Citadel Trophy?
Well, I would probably say
polite.
stick your job up your bum. But we'll have to see how that goes.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Ryan.
Thanks.
Ryan, just a couple of questions on your year so far. Obviously, when you gained your tour card, you would have been hoping you'd be there every week on the Pro Tour. It maybe has been a little bit curtailed by the coronavirus, but you've achieved a lot this year, haven't you?
Sure, I think I've probably practiced more than ever this year, with being at home, and when you are playing some online tournaments, you have that sort of weight in the middle, so you are still practicing then, and even though, a tournament that can last 4 hours, if you're not playing, you're practicing, so you are practicing 6 or 7 hours a day, and, I am still working, so some days, I'm only getting half an hour's practice, if I'm a bit tired after work, but it's been a good year. I'm quite happy.
I'm sure the World Championship was a big goal for you at the start of the year. What are you looking to do next year? Is it push to the top 64?
Yeah, absolutely. I think next year obviously is about keeping your card. Getting into the top 64. That's the main thing. And then if it's a slow progression to get further and further up the ladder, then I'm quite happy to take a slow progress to get there. As long as I stay in the 64 to have that opportunity to get up the ladder.